this battle between these two athletes. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good job defending the jab. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Nice counter shot. That hook was off target. You'd like to see more jabs. How about that time counter shot? One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter. They exchange punches. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Just misses with that jab. A perfect counter lands. Missing with that jab. Beautiful counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come. On to the second round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. Defense is not an option for these two. Good counter punching. A perfect counter shot. They both want the knockout. Good counter punch. Unlucky to miss with that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. Catch and shoot. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment, let's get it started in round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they drop their guard, they get the big Ukrainian in big trouble. Appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That counter punch caught him clean. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he scores with the counter. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? No rest for the weary. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
There's a counter shot. The jab misses. Punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that. And there's the bell for round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They miss with the jab. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Beautiful counter punch. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Just misses with that uppercut. Nice counter shot. Tried to score with that hook but missed. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch. How about that time counter shot? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. Oh, that punch. A lot of effort being exerted here. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. How did they survive that?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recon.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape. There's the bell to start round 5. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Both men step back for just a moment. A perfect counter shot. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Nice counter. He misses with that straight left. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Well done with that counter shot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Miss with that jab. Good punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Stamina is always an issue. There's the bell to start round 6. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left? There's a counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Can't score with that jab. It's all offense all the time. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. The perfect counter lands. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They blocked the left there. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Trying to land that jab. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Couldn't land that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters. Here we go. It's round 7. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
A perfect counter shot. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
And he scores with the counter. Missing with the left hook. They got out of the way of that right hook. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They block the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. You start wondering how much. And we enter the 8th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
A perfect counter shot. They exchange punches. Couldn't land that jab. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. An amazing knockout finish here. That was something special. A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
Even Are you okay?